What's going on, everybody? Whew. Back at it again with another morning market analysis. 4:30. Currently about 5:30 Eastern. Take a look at how things are moving right now during London. So like I stated last night, we still have this price gap that we need to fill. The price really just hasn't filled yet. Fucking purple. Nah, I actually like yellow. Let's see, yellow-ish. Alright, so we got this price gap. The price still needs to fill. Looks like it's pushing its way up to fill price right now. Like I said, like I identified, price was going to want to come down, grab some of this liquidity from these lower zones before trying to make a move higher in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So it looks like that's what we're doing. Saw price come down, kind of stagnate for a minute, seeing that push up here around 4. So we take a look at Us30. We see price opened up pretty bullish to the upside with DXY pushing down. Created another double bottom here, or not double bottom, double top. Right now it's currently pushing down. This is not a current order, it's a potential order limit, so we can just erase that for now. Potential order limit. Looking at the 4-hour, just with how DXY is pushing, I want to see how price starts to react around this zone. Now this is a reacting zone from previous market structure. If we do end up breaking below that, probably be looking for price to come around probably like 31500. So potentially come somewhere around this zone here if we do tend to break through, which I think we might. I think this may be a good reacting zone, just depending on how DXY wants to move. So if DXY does want to keep pushing to the upside past the zone, then of course US30 is going to continue to push down. First thing I want to see is how price does with this gap area. Now, when in terms of what's going on in the market as far as fundamentals, the Fed, I'm gonna pull it up. So they're helping out. U.S. government steps in to backstop the deposits made into SVB and Signature Bank. So everyone's money is going to be secure. So they're really doing this kinda to bring some hoorah back to the banking industry, really bring confidence back to the banking foundation itself. So the effects of this may or may not have a potential impact on interest rates. They may decide, depending on how CPI data comes out, if it does come out pretty muted or, good, they may decide to go ahead and scrap. Excuse me. They may go ahead and decide to scrap the interest rate hike for this month with this move here, because it is going to be a couple $billion move backstopping everyone's funds from this bank here. So I was reading up on that this morning. That's really all that has been. See, Goldman Sachs no longer expects the Fed rate hikes in March, with the stress on banking. So we're seeing a lot of things in the banking industry, right, take a hit. And with this move with Silicon Valley Bank, it's definitely not helping anything. So I think market is still down a couple hundred. Okay, so Dow Jones is down 78 points, S&P 500 is down 0.75, and NASDAQ is up 30. Like I stated on the weekly overview, Silverstone or Silicon Valley was a big investor in tech startups, so this move does, of course, make them give them a little sigh of relief. When it comes to GU, right, we were talking about how we are reaching this overhead resistance. We did reject off of this 1.21400 zone and are now starting to create lower movements. Want to see how price starts to react, especially this 1.20400 zone. Excuse me. Want to see how price reacts to this zone, if it wants to potentially keep moving down further, or if it wants to reverse from here. Now, all of this is depending on how DXY is going to move today. And even though this is part of my analysis, I want to see how price reacts to this price gap firsthand. I think I was just drawing up stuff here. So, with same kind of analysis with Spx500 as with excuse me, I swear it's never until these lights come on and I start yawning. I've been up since like 3 o'clock, not a single yawn. Turn on the lights, instant yawning. Probably want to see how price reacts to this 3800 level here, 38 flat. See if it wants to push up from this level here, depending on how DXY moves. If we do continue to see DXY push up, these levels are going to continue to push down. Now, you could have gotten early sales, which was an idea for me, right? Because I knew, like, just looking off market structure from DXY, I knew we were going to be pushing down indices after that move up. No more excuse me. Deal with it. So I knew we were going to push down after this initial move up. But I want to see how things played out. I'm not the biggest Monday trader anyway. Because, you know, Monday is when markets react to everything that happened over the weekend. Of course, this weekend we had a lot to react to. So I was just kind of waiting, seeing how things played out as far as that. And as far as technicals, I don't believe we have anything today. Besides this whole Silicon Valley thing, yeah, we don't have anything today. So everything's looking good on the technical side, or not technical, the fundamental side. And as far as technicals, I mean, things are kind of playing true to code. It'll be pretty interesting if we just get an initial bounce from this zone, maybe create another double bottom, and then move up, and then from here we'll see how market is reacting. But there's still a lot of fear in the markets, a lot of doubt, a lot of hesitation, and those will have an effect on everything. Like I said, you know, it's a heavy report week. CPI, PPI, retail sales. You know, we got a lot reporting this week, which will put a lot of attention on the Fed. We also have the Fed rate hike, I think, due next week on like the 22nd. Ramadan starts next week. That's interesting. Let's take a look at that actually. I believe rate hikes start, or the meeting for potential rate hike at federal funds rate March 22nd. So all of these are going to have implications on how they decide to move along with the rate hike. And honestly, that's going to do it for today. It's not a whole lot shaking in the markets right now. We're still in London session. So we're going to see how market starts to react towards New York. Hopefully we can push above this level. Ideally, just keep pushing. Probably getting trades around New York if we do get this push above this area, this zone. But I just kind of have a feeling market may want to do something silly today, like push up, kind of come back down, retest this like a triple bottom, and then before it makes a move higher. Just have like a little slight gut feeling, but we will see. We do definitely have the potential for a strong push through and a continuation push, and then maybe something like this instead, right? But I'm gonna want to see, since price broke through this level, I really want to see this level retested again as a support level. So I would love to see something like this instead. Hit this zone, come back, retest this, you know, signify that support before moving up higher. Personally, I love a retest of levels. So that's going to complete it with everything today. Remember, stop loss is going to be a heavy trading week. So remember your stop loss placement. Risk management is very important this week, and stay safe out there. Peace.